Hello my gore friends, and welcome back to another creepy video for October, Goretober. So if I sound weird while I'm doing this one, I'm actually drawing for prompt number 10 hooks right now, so I'm trying to figure out the stuff, so that may be why I'm a little bit distracted in this. But anyway, the first prompt for this video is degloving. I had to look it up. I didn't know what it was, and to my understanding it's a soft skin tissue. It's like a soft skin tissue injury that people can get, and it's like really serious, and it like makes your skin peel off, revealing the muscles below. That's what I think it is, at least. So that's what I went for this piece. I went basic. I had her sit in like on her bed, and I just decided to go for the thigh because it said that the most common affected area for these types of injuries are the thighs or the hands, and I didn't feel like drawing good hands for this one, so I went for the thigh because I can draw thighs pretty well, I'd like to say. So the muscle beneath, I had to look up a couple reference images just to make sure I had everything placed right. But other than that, this one went pretty smoothly. It wasn't anything special for me. I didn't have any thing special to think about when I was doing it, so there's nothing to really say about this one other than it just got done. I didn't know what degloving was before this, and honestly, new fear unlocked, I guess. So yeah, that's this piece. I'm not gonna really say much. There wasn't really too much intrigue going on here, and I feel like it's definitely one of the lazier pieces I did for this challenge, for this prompt challenge. You'll see it ramp up from here, I promise. And unlike the last video, there is no pixelated speed paints. Thank God. I do not know. I don't know what was wrong with fucking Procreate, but no pixelated speed paints, luckily. So you guys get the best quality here. And for this video, yeah. God, how long does the speed paint go? There's not much I want to talk about. I mean, the leg looked amazing, and I definitely still love how the leg came out, but other than that, nothing too special. Here's up close photos and work in progress photos. Yeah, that was that theme. Next theme is one I'm a little bit excited for. It's eye trauma, so I immediately thought target practice. It wasn't an immediate thought, no. But it was almost immediate. It took me a while to figure this one out. I just went with an arrow being shot through the eye. There is a little story behind this. My grandpa used to shoot arrows and stuff, and he was a hunter. He was the one that actually got me into drawing in the first place. So I figured it would be cool to draw one of these creepy drawings because he also loved horror movies. So yeah, this is kind of a little bit in honor of my grandpa, because he has passed away, sadly, and he was basically my dad. So yeah, so I like this piece. I got lazy with these. This was when I was really starting to burn out on these. I was so wanted not to burn out during this process, but I did, and that's okay. I came back. I'm still working on it, honestly, and I think the drawings I'm making now are better than the ones you see here, and I am so excited for you guys to see these. I literally can't wait. I want to post them to all of my social medias. I'm just so excited for October to come around and you guys to see these, because when I'm filming this, October's not here. I'm still in September back here. But when you'll see this, it's the 9th of October is when this will be posted, that I have decided. So yeah, I really hope you like these. But that was target practice. You can see me add the little target on it. Some of these I have named, others I haven't, but here's like up close shots from like the work in progress stages. And then there's the final piece. Next prompt. This one's a little bit of a doozy. It was possession, and before this I had a dream where I looked in my hallway because my bed's like facing my hallway, and I saw a woman that looked similar to my grandma just standing there floating, and I kind of used that for the prompt of this one. So yeah, of course I creepified it more. I added more details than there was in the actual dream, and I changed the hallway so it didn't look like my actual hallway. I didn't want to post that on social media, so yeah. But I feel like this one is where everything started to ramp up. It took me a while to work on this one because this was like the end of where I was burning out and where I was starting to get back into it when I was drawing this. So you can definitely see when I start working on it more, you can see the progress that I've made here. Another thing with this piece is I did it in grayscale. I don't usually work in grayscale, but I felt like I had to. So yeah, I felt like this piece just needed that creepy element to it. So yeah, I swear I think I can talk so much about these drawings, and I always end up not talking much about them, which is just weird. I know with this piece I was struggling a lot with it. This was like the cause of my burnout pretty much, but a lot of the things that was causing me grievance in this piece was the dress. I wanted it to be flowy, I wanted it to look cohesive, and it just wasn't. That wasn't getting across in the piece, and I hated that. It was so hard. It was giving me so much fucking pain and grievance. So I took a few days off from it, and then I came back to it, and then I'm like, you know what, I will take and look up more of what I should be doing, like look at the actual dresses and actual references and see if I can fix it, or if this piece needed to be scrapped. And I didn't want to do that. But I did it. I just needed to work on it more because I wanted it to work. I wanted the composition to work. I didn't want to give up on Goretober on like this prompt. So I kept working on it, and eventually you see I got it in this. And then I started working on like the rooms. The hallway is similar to mine, but it's not like an exact replica. If you were to go to my house and see my hallway, you wouldn't say, oh, that's the hallway from the drawing. You wouldn't be able to tell, but there would be some similarities. So yeah, I honestly didn't have any problems with this piece other than that, and figuring out how to use grayscale, because like I was trying to fight that urge to want to perfect everything with these pieces. I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all for the next few pieces. So yeah. I will just let you guys enjoy the rest of the speed paint for this one, I think, because there's not much to say. Not much at all to say, honestly, about it. It's nothing special. I mean, if you look at it, you wouldn't really be able to tell, oh, possession, you know. But it's what I did for the piece, so But anyway, that's that piece. So moving on to the work in progress photo, sneak peek photo, and stuff like that. Next piece is pastel gore, I believe. And for this piece, I had no idea what to do. Like, the other pieces were kind of straightforward. The other prompts were kind of straightforward. This one wasn't as much. But I decided to do a doll that's been broken down. And I just started a new style of sketching. I saw this artist on YouTube sketching in white, and I wanted to try it. I did. So I did that, and now I can't stop. I don't know what it did to my art, but it fucking made it look 1,000 times better. I don't know why, but yeah, something about it just, it changed everything. For the better. But this piece, I started out like pretty simple. I just did like a doll being broken down, like bending over backwards, and like I said, pretty simple shit. Like, it's nothing special. But then I had the idea of I wanted like this oozing like light pink thing, goop or something to be oozing out of these ball joints, because it's a ball jointed doll, so I wanted it to be oozing out of the ball joints, for no particular reason. And we know that ball jointed dolls don't have like stuff like that, so maybe it's like a manufactured doll. I did have a name for this piece in mind, but I have completely forgotten it. I think it was supposed to be something like broken down, or yeah, something like that. Something like that. Anyway, this piece, I still love it. Like, I don't know what this piece did to me, but like, my art has improved since, and I feel like I've gotten better, because I busted this out with no reference at all. I didn't have anything for a reference, and honestly, you wouldn't be able to tell. I just had an idea and a creative flow, and I worked on it, and I busted it out within an hour. And usually it takes me a couple days to get through a piece, because I'm just not that into it. So this piece was something else. It really was. I played with like the colors and shit, and then I duplicated it and flipped it and put my canvas up, and this piece is amazing. I love it so much. Probably one of my favorite pieces I've done. So the next prompt was gut spilling, and I did not know what to do for this one. Another one where I didn't know what to do immediately, and didn't have like even a hint. I mean, there's some on the prompt list I know what I'm going to do for them, but others like gut spilling and the one I'm working on currently as I'm talking, hooked, I didn't have even a clue to what I want done with it. So you can see me sketching out for this one. I did 2 sketches, and I thought they looked fine, but the second one I really wanted to do, but it just didn't work for the prompt. So I went with this curled up in the corner, and I thought, when you think of gut spilling, or spilling your guts, it doesn't always mean your guts are spilling out literally. It could mean that you're opening up to somebody. So I wanted to incorporate that to make it look like she's physically in pain, because she is spilling her guts out to somebody, and she is worried about the outcome of it, if this person will accept her, if they will think she is broken beyond repair, like what's happening. And I just wanted to incorporate that and show that in the best way possible. And I had to look up images of guts on Pinterest. Of course I did. I'm probably on some watch list because of this, but whatever. When you're a hoarder, you think when you're an artist it's bad, okay? But when you're like doing horror and gore art and shit like that, some of the shit you have to look up will generally put you on a watch list. I am rambling beyond comprehension because I have just figured out the concept for this other piece. that I'm working on right now. So I'm so sorry. The colors were simple. I just did something basic. I wanted it to look like a bathroom scene, but I don't think that came across in the final piece at all, sadly. But you win some, you lose some. And it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, pretty simple shit. Honestly, pretty simple shit. This piece wasn't bad. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it like I did the pastel gore prompt, but I didn't hate it, and that's new for me. So, like, I have no feelings about this one. Really, it wasn't my favorite prompt. I'll give you that. It wasn't my favorite prompt because I don't like having to draw the insides of people, but it's whatever. I'm trying to make the next drawing not look like it's skinned alive. I don't want to do that one yet because I don't know what I'm gonna do for that one, genuinely. But the hooked one's starting to look like it's being skinned alive, and I don't like that. I don't want my prompts to look similar. That's another big struggle I'm finding with this prompt list, is some of these can really go hand in hand with the other one. But anyway, that was the last piece for this video. I hope you guys are excited for the next one, as I am currently working on the first piece for the next one. And yeah, the next one's gonna be crazy. Y'all are gonna love it. Like, I'm starting work on this with like good flow juices. So, but anyway, if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. It is completely free. I love how I get called in the middle of closing this out. Anyway, it's completely free. So yeah, have a good day, y'all.